Over the past year, one of the words that has become more frequently used in our vocabularies is the word asymptomatic. Since the start of the COVID pandemic, we have all read and heard over and over about the danger of individuals that are COVID positive but have absolutely no idea. They are asymptomatic and therefore can transfer the disease to someone else without even knowing about it. Recently, I read that up to 20% of the spread is driven by asymptomatic carriers. While I do not know that this number has been confirmed or even can be confirmed, it does clearly show that the numbers of asymptomatic carriers is very significant. Let's think for a moment what this means. A seemingly perfectly healthy individual can actually be carrying a horrible virus and spreading it in the air, potentially harming anyone who gets too close. This week I was watching a panel speaking about consciousness. The panel featured an expert rabbi and an expert scientist on the subject. Toward the end of the conversation, the moderator asked the rabbi the following question. The purpose of every mitzvah is to connect with God in a deeper way than what permeates our regular consciousness. But the only way to feel that deeper connection is if one is truly holy and pure, what we call a tzaddik. So if a regular Jew, like me and you, have all the proper kavanas intentions when doing a mitzvah, we would most likely still not feel that deeper connection to Hashem. So what's the point? It's either forced or robotic. So who benefits from that? It seems like a worthless exercise. The rabbi on the panel proceeded to provide Jewish insight and teachings to answer this question. But the truth be told, I think in the year 2020, this shouldn't even be a question to begin with. For it's called asymptomatic. If it's true regarding disease and viruses, then certainly it's true regarding mitzvahs and goodness. Today, no one questions that without any apparent symptom, one can still spread an illness. So why should we question the powerful benefit of a mitzvah? All we need to do is apply the same logic of the asymptomatic carrier to our relationship with Hashem. So the next time you're faced with an opportunity to do a mitzvah and you find yourself questioning yourself, what's the point? I don't feel any better or different during or after the mitzvah. So what difference does it make? Who cares if I do this or I don't do that? Who needs me to do this? Who is benefiting from this exercise? Remember, through this mitzvah we are becoming infected with godliness. We become a carrier of blessings and goodness. Every mitzvah makes a person God positive. Some of us feel the symptoms of this connection in an apparent way, and some of us are asymptomatic. Sometimes I can feel the connection to something greater than myself, but sometimes I don't. But even when I don't feel any positive symptoms, it doesn't mean that it isn't there. It just means I'm asymptomatic. Either way, we are charged to further the spread of Hashem's divine energy throughout this world, at all times and in all places, by studying His Torah and observing His mitzvahs. This week we read in the Torah Parshas Vayechi, we read of the beginning of our exile in Egypt. It represents a time of deep darkness for the Jewish people. At the conclusion, we all say, Chazak, Chazak, v'nis chazek, be strong, and we will be strong. Whether you will be in shul this week or not, be sure to tap into these blessings of strength and say, Chazak, Chazak, v'nis chazek. I wish you a good Shabbos.